G'day guys, today's going to be a bit of a mismatch. I'm just going to be floating around doing odd jobs here, there and everywhere. I need to get these front and back panels glued up. I need to get rid of this epoxy. I need to shape the header panel. I need to machine up some 3mm thick stock for a bent lamination on top of the header panel. All sorts of things. I'm just going to do it. So, we'll start off by scraping some of this epoxy off. Once again, because it's such a large glue up, I'm going to break it down as much as I possibly can by gluing in the slats to the lower rail first, one by one, as I sand them, and then I'll bring the top rail in and get that done all at once. I want to start on the curved header panel. So I've got my pattern there that I'm going to use on the router table, and this is the piece of grey gum that I resawed 2 or 3 weeks ago now. 2 weeks ago, whatever it was. So I need to get that, I need to flatten the face, both faces, and then joint one edge. The top edge doesn't matter because that's going to be carved away when I shape it on the pattern there, but I want one straight bottom edge. So we'll get cracking on that now. Oh, and I also need to machine up some 3mm strips to use as a bent lamination on top of this curve on the grey gum when I've got it machined up, just to cap it off, give it a finishing touch. It's going to be a pain in the butt, and I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to do it anyway because I try things. So I'm about to thickness these resawed boards down to 3mm thick. They're about 5.7 at the moment. Now a couple of weeks ago I put into a rare tips video that you need to bend the timber into the machine and then bend it out of the machine. The reason for that is if you bend it up like that, it puts this leading edge hard down on the table, which resists the amount of lift that the cutter can have on it when it feeds into the machine, because in my machine I've got my feed roller, the cutter head and an out feed roller. There's 60mm space between them. The cutter head's always trying to lift the timber up off the bed. It's the rollers or the pressure plates if you've got them on an industrial scale machine. This is a toy, this is not an industrial scale machine. The rollers and the pressure plate push it down onto the table to resist the lift. But that only works well once it's got pressure on either side of the cutter head. But as you feed in, you've just got 60mm hanging out there doing nothing. It's got no pressure holding it down. So what happens is it lifts up a little bit, and you can hear it. It chatters on the table. See if you can hear the difference as I enter it in with bending and without bending. Alright, so I'm all set up to glue this top rail onto this assembly here. The glue goes in the holes, the glue gets spread around, the top rail comes up, I position it, get it mostly in the dowels, or get the dowels mostly in the holes. I pick this entire thing up, put it onto the clamps, clamp it up, check that it's square, happy days. What could possibly go wrong? Well, let's find out, eh? I'm going to make a lot of noise here, so I want to put the earmuffs on. Excuse the cursing. Front, 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 front. All right. What am I stuck on? Gotcha. It's not that heavy. Oh, moron. Alright boys, how are we looking? Because I can't bloody see. 1489 and a half. 1487 at a square. $14.88. It was $14.89 by $14.87, so I'll go half, $14.88, and that will probably be $14.88. But I can't measure it because the clamp's in the way, so that's where it stays. Oh yeah, that's looking really good there. That will be in service for many, many years. And on that note, I'll see you tomorrow. This is the front panel. I'll have to do the same thing to the back panel tomorrow while I shape the top header panel. And then I'll glue lamination to the header panel. And then I'll probably also machine up some material for the mattress base and possibly the drawer. I'm not overly concerned about the drawer at this point in time, but I do want to get the main structure completed. So that's the plan for tomorrow. So you can look forward to that. See yous. I'm old, I'm fat, I'm weary, I'm tired.